not only because of the merger of the railway budget with the general budget, but it's equally historic not only for me, but also for the people of my constituency, Guntur, where the new capital of Andhra Pradesh, Amaravati, is coming up for the people of Andhra Pradesh. It's historic because the Honourable Finance Minister made a historic announcement in paragraph 150 of the budget exempting farmers and other persons who have given more than 32,000 acres of land voluntarily from the capital gain tax on a call given by the CM of Andhra Pradesh, on whom they have full faith and confidence. And the announcement of the Finance Minister has really reinvigorated that confidence and faith of people on our beloved CM, which I had seen personally when I visited my constituency the very next day after the presentation of the budget. So all credit, sir, goes to the Honourable Prime Minister and the Finance Minister and the Chief Minister of our state, and the people of Guntur will remain ever grateful to all of you, sir. Sir, in short, the Honourable Finance Minister outlined his budget in 2 words: Tech India. That is, transform, energize, and clean India. This agenda seeks to transform the quality of governance and quality of life of our people, energize various sections of society, especially the youth and the vulnerable, and enable them to unleash their true potential, and clean the country from the evils of corruption, black money, and non-transparent political funding. I congratulate the Finance Minister for taking various measures which helps in bringing down inflation from 6% to 3.4% at the end of December last. Current account deficit from 1% last year to about 0.3% in the first half of 16-17. Various monetary agencies have also said that India is a bright spot and projected a healthy growth rate of over 7% in the coming 2 years, and healthy 36% increase in FDI inflows in the first half of 16-17 when compared to previous year, despite 5% reduction in global FDI flows. These measures have certainly helped the Finance Minister to make this budget more poor, farmer and middle class friendly, which is the objective and slogan of the government, sir. Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas. Before touching upon some of the issues relating to the budget, I would say that the people of Andhra Pradesh were expecting an announcement either in the budget or in the President's address of giving legal backing to the special development package announced by the Honourable Finance Minister last September. I hope while replying to the debate, the Finance Minister certainly throws some light on this. Secondly, there are some issues which are to be implemented as per the mandate given under the AP Reorganization Act. I wish to touch upon some of them and request the Honourable Finance Minister to please ponder over those issues and take positive action without any further delay. The first, sir, is about the revenue deficit of the residuary state of Andhra Pradesh. When AP was divided, the revenue deficit was 16,000 crores, and a report to this effect was also submitted by the Governor to the Government of India. And the Reorganization Act mandates that the Government of India should fill this gap. So far, Government has given just 3,795 crores. We want to know when the remaining 12,205 crores are to be released to Andhra Pradesh, sir. I'm given to understand that Government of India is putting queries by saying that the AP government is giving pensions and implementing farm loan waiver. But I'm sure the Finance Minister will understand that this deficit is from 2014-15, and during that period, neither were there any enhanced pensions nor any farm loan waiver schemes in that year, sir. And I remind him of his statement. Each paisa or rupee of this revenue deficit is going to be paid to AP, and we will continue to pay that. This is a statement of the Finance Minister, sir. So it's not fair to stop money based on irrelevant queries or on one pretext or another. Please let us know when this 12,205 crores will be released to Andhra Pradesh, sir. The second is about the apportionment of tax arrears and refunds. Sir, Section 50 and 51 of the Act confer the right to recover tax arrears and loans as on the appointed day, 2nd June 2014. But here there's a problem. These two sections mandate to collect arrears and refunds on the basis of geographical area, and Section 56 talks of sharing of liability on the basis of population. So there are two different yardsticks for tax arrears and for refunds. This is absolutely anomalous, and we have been demanding to rectify this. Because of this anomaly, AP is losing 3,820 crores, and CMO Andhra Pradesh has also written letters to this effect, with the latest one being last October, sir. But I don't know what has happened to this, and I want to know when the Government of India will rectify this and save AP from the loss of 3,820 crores. The third, sir, is regarding the special development package for the backward regions of Rayalaseema and North Coastal Andhra. The assurance was that the development package was to be on the lines of the KBK in Odisha and Bundelkhand regions in MP and UP. But Government of India is washing of its hands by giving just 50 crores to each district for 3 years, and it will be extended for 3 more years. What kind of development can be taken up with such a small amount, sir, for an entire district? We are not asking anything extra. We're only asking to fulfill the assurance which says that the development package should be on the lines of KBK and Bundelkhand. So without any further delay, I request the Finance Minister to also announce this, because 7 out of 13 districts in my state are covered under this, sir. The fourth, sir, is regarding Polavaram. I sincerely appreciate the Government of India is bearing 100% expenditure for this project. But here, under the package, Government of India is silent whether it is going to pay any money for rehabilitation and resettlement of those that are displaced. Since the Honourable Finance Minister himself announced this, I ask him to clarify whether the Government of India will bear the entire burden of Polavaram, including R&R expenses. If not, please give us the reasons why, sir. Sir, the Honourable Finance Minister is on record saying in September 2016 that the Centre has decided to give AP a special assistance measure that will be equal to the benefits of the state would have got under special status. We felt very happy and accepted this, assuming that AP would get benefits equal to special category status, if not more, sir. But when I closely looked at it, I thought some aspects were left out, and I wish to bring those issues through this platform to the notice of the Finance Minister and request him to please add them to the special development package. They are, sir, 1, period of package should be extended from 5 years to 10 years, sir. We need at least 10 years to establish a level playing field for our state. So the period of the package, please extend it from 5 years to 10 years, sir. Second, sir, please implement Section 46(2) of AP Reorganization Act, which mandates that the Government of India giving grants, incentives in the form of special development package for Rayalaseema and Northern AP on the lines of the package given to Bundelkhand and KBK districts, sir. Number 3, need to give incentives to industries in the form of tax concessions such as service tax, income tax, excise duty, as has been given to Himachal Pradesh and Uttarakhand. We have been given some incentives, sir, but they're not, I feel they're not sufficient, and we've been promised that it should be online with Himachal Pradesh and Uttarakhand. GST implementation may affect those states also. However, the same way that the Centre will treat those states after GST is rolled out, we request that even Andhra Pradesh should be given the same treatment, sir. Yes. Sir, we need to, Section 94(3) mandates the Government of India should build a will be building a new capital. The people's capital of Amaravati in its full form will require 3 lakh crores before we're done, sir. No allocation has been made in this year's budget so far. The Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh also requested to permit Andhra Pradesh to raise 0 coupon bonds and tax-free bonds for capital development and exemption for tax for investments in Amaravati infrastructure. He also asked for 20,000 crores in this budget, sir. But the Finance Minister has disappointed us on this front. So I request the Finance Minister to make an announcement in this regard when he replies to the debate. Just a minute, sir.
2 minutes, sir. 2 minutes, sir.
The Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh has been requesting, and even I had raised the issue of increasing the FRBM limit from 3%, sir. It is good that the FRBM Review Committee submitted its report and has recommended for an escape clause for deviation up to 0.5%. But, sir, a mere 0.5% would be of no use for a state like Andhra Pradesh, which is reeling under severe financial constraints. Earlier also I had requested on this very floor to increase the limit to at least 5%, sir, for the special development package period, so that Andhra Pradesh gets an elbow room to address some important areas of economy.
Yes, yes, yes. आप भी पूछो फिर आप पूछिए।
Shall I continue, sir? Sir, I'll continue, sir.
तो आप कह रहे हैं कि
कोरम नहीं है, मांग रहे हैं,
कोरम का डिमांड कर रहे हैं कि केवल
कोरम मांग रहे हैं,
आपका सबमिशन है,
कोरम मांग रहे हैं।
जगदेव जी,
कोरम बैल इज गोइंग ऑन।
क्या हो रहा है? 40 लोग नहीं रहते बोले तो क्या 400 लोगों की संख्या है? क्या काम करते हैं सर? ये मेरा काम नहीं है सर, आपका काम है। एक से दो को उसको अटेंड करो बोले लंच कोई नहीं है। भाषण देने के बाद चल रहा है भाषण है,
कुछ भी रिकॉर्ड में नहीं जाता सर कोरम बेल के दौरान।
ऐसे थोड़े होता क्या? सब मित्र हो कि दुश्मन बताओ? सबको जो है भूखा छोड़ दिया। अरे सब यहाँ सेंट्रल हॉल में सब खा रहा, लंच के लिए बेटा बारी बारी से लोग जाते हैं।
कुछ भी रिकॉर्ड में नहीं जाएगा सर कोरम बेल के दौरान।
कोरम के समय में कुछ बात नहीं जाएंगे रिकॉर्ड में।
नहीं सर नहीं, अनंत कुमार जी भी नहीं।
you are there.
But a minister is only, ji sir, a minister is only a member. A minister cannot be a substitute for 10 members. A minister can never become substitute for 10 members. A minister is a minister. A member है.
Sir, Sampath can argue. He is a very intelligent member. He knows the ways of this honorable house. Therefore, you can argue. We welcome your argument.
No, but your argument, sir.
But think about the tradition.
हो गया कोरम।
चलिए अब शुरू करिए, कोरम हो गया।
Thank you, sir.
समाप्त भी करिए।
Sir, I need few minutes, sir, please.
आपके दल के आगे भी बकता है, आगे भी बकता
Now
है।
I've been interrupted so long. Please give me a few minutes, sir. Sir, in the second Sunrise Andhra Pradesh Investment Summit held at Visakhapatnam, resulted in signing of 665 MOUs, envisaging an investment of 10.5 lakh crores with an employment potential of 22.3 lakhs crores, sir. The Honorable Finance Minister graced the occasion and said, I wish to quote, "Let me assure you and the CM that we will not only fulfill whatever promise you had as far as the central government is concerned, but we will walk an extra mile as far as the state of Andhra Pradesh is concerned, because we know that it is here where the potential of much higher growth for the state and rest of India arises." He said that the centre had a genuine interest in the state, and also said, "Centre had a genuine interest in the state. There are reasons for special relationship with AP, as its division has created two unequal parts. This part, Andhra, is more unequal on account of several reasons." So everybody, including the Finance Minister, agrees that Andhra Pradesh has real potential to grow much higher than the pace at which it is currently growing. Its GDP is already one of the highest in the country, and this unequal part is more unequal due to several reasons which the Honourable Finance Minister is well aware of, sir. So all I urge is to make AP as equal part and equal partner in the growth trajectory of the country, sir. Sir, a few suggestions on the budget and then I'll conclude, sir. Now I come, sir, please, sir, just 2 minutes, sir. Now I come back to touch upon some of the issues relating to the budget. Sir, I've been disturbed so much, sir, you can please give me a couple of extra minutes, sir. This last letter of TEC in India is C, which aims to be clean the country from evil of corruption, black money, etc., sir. I appreciate the efforts of the Finance Minister and Prime Minister to fight corruption, but I only suggest that don't be selective and don't use it as a political tool, sir. Only if corruption is fought consistently and going after all types of corruption without harming or troubling the poor and downtrodden will we earn the trust of the nation, sir. Secondly, the focus should be on ensuring fraud doesn't creep into the financial system. Viewing the ongoing experience with the demonetization exercise, it becomes clear that many cases of fraud have crept into the system. And one glaring example is flow of illegal money into Jan-Dhan accounts. The Finance Minister aware that nearly 50,000 crores deposited in 48 lakh Jan-Dhan accounts during demonetization, sir. Secondly, banks themselves have involved in nefarious practices and exchange of withdrawn money with legal, which runs into lakhs of crores. From my interactions with people of my constituency, in urban and rural, with people waiting in lines, with bank officials, with vendors, and with industry, everybody has suffered, sir. Everybody was inconvenienced. Not a single person in the country was unaffected, and the after tremors are still being felt. But everyone I spoke to has supported this move, sir. We had lost in the entire last session in Parliament due to disruptions from opposition parties. They shouted from the top that the entire country was victimized due to demonetization. I'm surprised because not even 1%, apart from the opposition parties, have opposed the Prime Minister's move, sir. But the reason that they support this move is because they want to see India of our dreams, a developed, corruption-free, poverty-free, productive, inclusive, peaceful and happy society. I hope and I'm confident that this budget and coming measures of government of India will take us to that, sir. There is still an overwhelming support for demonetization, but I would like to use this opportunity to caution the government that if within a year or two, if things go back to square one and nothing really changes, that is when the opposition to this move will be felt and known. Because when people realize that all of this pain and suffering was for no reason, then their pain and anger will erupt, sir. So we have to make sure that all the steps are taken to ensure we don't go back to where we were before demonetization. Corruption has to come down, sir. People have to regain confidence in our government and the system, sir. I agree with the Finance Minister that many financial institutions and agencies say that India is a bright spot. Even though I'm not an economist, with whatever little knowledge that I have as a successful entrepreneur, I would say that the growth in GDP alone isn't the best measurement of how well our country is developing and growing. There are other indexes that have been talked about. The impact on GDP by demonetization, which is about 0.5% of GDP, doesn't reflect the pain that the people have gone through appropriately, sir. We have to measure that with other metrics in terms of demonetization's impact and address those very quickly as well. These include job loss, impact on farmers, impact on micro, small and medium industry, and on the poor, sir. The House is aware that my CM is leading a 13-member committee which is looking into formulating policy and other parameters to promote and switch over to digital economy. My CM has rightly said that if you don't withdraw 2,000 rupee notes from the system, that black money can be accumulated in no time, sir. I understand that 2,000 rupees was introduced to pump in a large volume cash in a short period. Now that the 500 rupee note has been reintroduced and the circulation of cash has improved, steps should be taken to now remove the 2,000 rupee note from circulation, sir. In addition, we should increase the 500 rupee notes, increase 100 rupee notes, and introduce 200 rupee notes, sir, instead of 2,000 rupee note. I think this will help us contain the rise of black money and hoarding of black money, sir. So please withdraw 2,000 and introduce 200, sir, is my suggestion. Sir, as I said in the beginning, this is a historic move to merge the railway budget with the general budget. And being an agrarian country, farmers made India a food sovereign country. But unfortunately, in the recent past, sir, just one more page, sir.
Only 1 minute, sir. 1 minute.
बहुत समय ले लिए भाई, आपका पूरा समय खत्म हो
Sir, in the
गया।
recent past, farmers who are behind this outstanding achievement are resorting to suicide. The fundamental reason behind taking such extreme steps is to increase input costs, loss in agriculture operations, spurious seeds and fertilizers, lack of MSP, poor marketing of their produce, increased labor cost, acute problems in repayment of debt taken from financial institutions and money lenders, resulting in farmers leaving agriculture, sir. To address this for the first time in the country, our visionary leader, Sri Chandrababu Naidu Garu, has decided to have a separate budget for agriculture and allied sectors from last 2 years to make them profitable and sustainable, and to extend a helping hand to our rural economy to regain its lost glory and finally make farmers profitable, sir. I had also raised this issue on this very floor in July last year. So it's the need of the hour, sir, to have a separate budget for agriculture, and I'm sure that the Finance Minister and Prime Minister will give a serious thought to this suggestion, especially since 65% of our people are dependent on agriculture income, sir. So a separate budget addressing the 65% of our population is of utmost requirement, sir. Sir, I'll just skip to the end, sir.
आप शुरू करिए ना.
One point, sir. One last point, sir. One last point, sir.
I want to give him some chance.
अब रिकॉर्ड में नहीं जाएगा.
हमारा पड़ोसी है सर. हमारा दोस्त है वो. थोड़ा 2 मिनट.
माइक ऑफ हो गया.
उसको कर ले दो ना. जुड़वा.
उनका माइक ऑफ हो गया यार.
2 मिनट बोल. 1 मिनट बोल.
ऐसे नहीं होता है ऐसा सदन में कि आप 10 मिनट से कर रहे हैं. 2 मिनट. आखिर समय की सीमा है. श्री जितेंद्र रेड्डी, आप प्रारंभ करिए. आप स्टार्ट करिए.
Sir, there should have been some announcement to counter the above in the budget. But the country is disappointed that the budget has not addressed how India is going to counter the new executive order issued by President Trump on H1B1, which impacts the country and in particular threatens our supremacy over services in the world, sir, most particularly in the US. Mr. Narayan Murthy is on record saying that IT companies cannot fight with governments, sir. So it's up to us. I sincerely thought that the finance minister announces measures to encourage big IT companies like Infosys, TCS, Wipro, Tech Mahindra, HCL, etc., to set up bigger operations in the country, which will achieve twin objectives of offsetting additional costs that they may incur in US and provide opportunities for the Indian jobs lost abroad, sir. I hope that he would announce this when he replies in the budget, sir. Sir, there's a lot of emphasis on rural India in the budget. And the PM Sansad Adarsh Gram Yojana is a pet project of the Prime Minister, and unfortunately it's not doing well. If one looks at phase 1 and phase 2, this becomes clear that MPs are now not willing to adopt any more villages, sir. It is because there's lack of funding with them to take up the works. MP-led funds are very less to develop one entire district, sir. So I suggest for consideration of FM and PM to create a separate fund called Village Lads or Village Local Area Development Funds and provide at least 1 crore every year to the MP to develop the model villages, sir. Thank you, sir, for giving me this opportunity.